All right, hold it tight. Oh, yeah. We're doing some parts of side 2 of Alley, if you will.
Abbey Road.
Abbey Road, Beatles.
Yes.
Actually, it is the Beatles. Because back here, I was like, it just says Beatles, Abbey Road. So I was like, are they
Beatles?
Well, yeah, but I got confused because Eagles is Eagles, not the Eagles.
Oh.
You still can say the Eagles, but
Yeah.
but these are the Beatles.
The Beatles.
But anyway, the reason we're doing this, and I was explaining earlier, so I started side 2 because I just wanted to. I'm starting to just listen to music from the record player while I'm working. I'm preferring doing that instead of going into Spotify or something like that. And so I started side 2, and Here Comes the Sun started playing, and I've never really listened to the full band version from the George Harrison Live in Madison Square Garden album. They play Here Comes the Sun, and I love that and that's a song I've always listened to. That's the version I've learned how to play that song because of that version. But I never really listened to it with a full band. So I was like, hey, let's do the album a little bit and let's listen to this version of Here Comes the Sun. And I'm just curious, like the story of the song, things like that. So we won't stop it. Well, TBD. I'll probably cut this out to see how much of the record we listen to.
I don't know how do you skip a song?
So that's what it's harder with ours because ours is very analog and manual. There are other record players where you can just have it skip songs. So I'll show you really quick and I'll show you what I've been learning of how to handle this because you guys have gotten mad and we're going to have you do it. Okay, so first off, in here, you see this whole sleeve?
Yeah.
You take the whole sleeve out. So that's the first rule of managing it. When we're going to play with the record, we get the full sleeve out, okay?
There's an apple.
There is an apple on it. Interesting. So that's a question for us to look up here. I'm curious why that's the case.
On this side, it's the other side of that.
So, full uneaten apple in one side, and
it's sliced in
and
half.
then sliced in half in the other. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is just interesting. This is fun. This is just vinyls are so cool. So first off, first rule, you'll do it after, but you're gonna always play. It's your thumb, and you go in there. That's what she said, and you can touch the label part of it. Okay, the black part is the part you cannot touch. So you can lean your thumb on it and just balance that out, right?
Okay.
So anyway, that's how you can handle it. Word?
Okay. Word. It's a little dusty.
I did buy a thing from U-Turn Audio for us to get rid of the static and do all that, but anyway, okay. And then you see the grooves on it. You see like that first like deeper line right there.
Yeah.
That's track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4.
Okay.
So the way you can skip songs, it's for us manually moving on.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are going to be playing from side 2. So that's the side that's going to be facing us. So put that puppy in there. Sweet. You did it.
And everyone was saying, don't take off the rubber mat. We were confused because it's a felt.
Ours is felt.
Yeah.
It's not rubber. You can buy a rubber one at uturnaudio.com.
Yeah. Now on.
Yep. Now you turn it on. So you get it. You make sure it's at full speed first.
Because I swear I saw someone commented that you don't do that. I don't know.
Well, let's keep watching this video here.
Okay.
Yep. We just double checked. All right. So turn that puppy on.
Turn it on.
And right, you're going to be aiming for the edge for us to get track 1, which is Here Comes the Sun. Perfect.
I'm very nervous about
Doing this right.
did we get right.
Yeah, see, like that's beautiful.
Here comes the sun, here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
This is in the Parent Trap.
Darling,
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's where I remember it from when I was a kid.
You showed me Parent Trap, and I don't remember it in there.
When she's in
It
London.
feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
something.
I don't know.
Like it feels like you can just like hear the instruments.
In each of their responding sides, yeah.
Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes.
There's a little synthesizer in there that I wouldn't have expected. Yeah, cool.
Like clapping.
Yeah,
It's like that's what I mean. It's like I could hear
things you never would have heard.
it's just kind of blend together.
I feel that ice is slowly melting.
Like this song is a lot better than you remember, right? Yeah.
It seems like years since it's been clear. But here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, that song's great. And you can hear a little bit of things because we have to clean it up.
Is that the dusty?
Yeah. I was about to pause the song, but we can't. You want to keep listening to songs from it? Or I kind of want to talk about Here Comes the Sun. Here, remove the cue. Take the cue off.
Let's take it off.
Yep. Let's pause that.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the song. Okay, so what were some of the... And I hope this was a thing. I didn't tell you guys to try to do this because it's good for you and it's just a good practice. But what's a detail that was your first time listening to? So you go first. For me, it's just a full band.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But just like, yeah, just I feel like I can hear like I said, like the individual instruments more, like the drum and then
Yeah,
there's like
yeah, yeah.
clapping and there's
The synthesizer in
yeah,
there.
they're singing and everything. It just is like, oh, it sounds so like you just feel more like you're there and you're like, oh, this is like so good.
Right.
And it kind of just when you listen to it in passing you don't hear 'em.
You don't get all that. Yeah. I mean, there's probably a lot that comes to it, right? Because we're here sitting
Yeah.
and paying attention to it. That's why we also do this, right? I think a big reason people watch the channel is they're also just focusing on the song, right? A lot of times we're listening to music while we're doing something else. When you actually sit down to listen to it, also you pay attention to stuff. But
I'm seeing something about the apple on here.
okay, what did you see?
Well, it just says something about Apple Core Organization.
Where are we?
Right here. Harrison wrote the song 1969 at the country house of Eric Clapton.
Yeah, because they were tight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And
Eric Clapton wrote a song about George Harrison's wife. They had a switch up. You didn't know about this?
No,
Yeah.
like they divorced and then whatever, or like
Let's look that up again, because I'm gonna mess up the details. Her name's Patty Boyd. All right, she was an English model photographer. She married George Harrison in '66 during the heights of the Beatles' popularity and their embrace of Indian spirituality. Divorced in 1977 and married Clapton '79. They divorced in 1989. Boyd inspired Harrison's songs "I Need You," "If I Needed Someone," "Something." Oh gosh, I love that song. So, geez, Patty Boyd must have been
she's
fireball in anyway. And "For You," Blue, and Clapton's song "Layla." So Layla's about her. And "Wonderful Tonight."
She is the muse, I guess.
She is the muse for sure. Yeah. All right, so yeah, married, LSD.
It was a wild time.
Yeah, they just had all right, yeah, so in the late 60s, Clapton and Harrison became close friends, began writing and recording together. Clapton fell in love with Boyd at this time in an effort to satisfy his infatuation Clapton briefly
my
dated Boyd's
gosh.
sister Paula.
This is a weird messed up
His
situation.
70s album Derek and Domino's Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs was written to proclaim his love for Boyd, particularly with his hit song Layla. Yeah.
Well, that was a mess of a situation.
It's what led him to get into a little bit of a heroin addiction, just him being in love with, I'm in love with Jesse's girl. I'm just thinking about that with these guys.
Yeah.
So just a lot of,
Yeah.
lot
let's
of-
go back to the song. Anyways.
so they wrote this together during this
Yeah.
whole thing.
When Harrison chose to play truant for the day to
Here, you
avoid
control the
attending
mouse so I don't have to reach over you.
avoid attending a meeting at the Beatles Apple Corp organization. So that's some sort of organization they had. So I'm assuming that's why there's an apple on it. Yeah, he said features a Moog synthesizer.
Moog synthesizer. I don't even know what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. Invented by American engineer Robert Moog.
Okay, so it was a recent invention.
Reflect
He introduced to the band's sound after acquiring an early model.
of the instrument in California. Yeah, background and inspiration. Let's go there. So the early months of 1969 were a difficult period for Harrison. He had quit the Beatles temporarily, was arrested for marijuana possession, and he had his tonsils removed. Word.
I don't know.
Writing in Oz magazine at the end of the year, Barry Miles commented on the isolated life of individual Beatles, with George strangely upset by his bust, uncertain about his friends, but singing Hare Krishna. He wrote, "Here Comes the Sun" at the house of Eric Clapton, responds to the dark mood surrounding the Beatles. Interesting. So this was
like a
This was
cheer
him-
me up song.
right. He's trying to
Yeah.
he's trying to cope with what's going on here, and he wants to feel better. Yeah.
Yeah. When Apple was getting like school where we had to go be businessmen, sign this, sign that. Anyway, it seemed as if winter in England goes on forever. By the time spring comes, you really deserve it. So one day I decided I was going to sag off Apple. And I went, is that a bad word? I don't know.
I don't know.
And I went over to Eric Clapton's house. The relief of not having to go see all those dopey accountants was wonderful. And I walked around the garden with one of Eric's acoustic guitars and wrote, "Here Comes the Sun."
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was like a long winter.
And he was just
Yeah.
again, right? They were studying Indian, spirituality, things as such, and it's about transmuting alchemy, right? These feelings, like feelings of stress, feelings of sorrow, sadness, can be a doorway to just a deeper peace, right? So that's very interesting because it's like a super happy song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. Sunshine can do you a lot of good.
Yeah, I can. Well, my boy Brian wanted this to be a twofer. I'm gonna do the part 2 of his recommendation because he also wanted me to check out a few of the music videos from these. Because we just listened to this. Let's do the music video here, and I'll do Brian. I'm gonna do another song here. But let's also see if we feel somewhat differently with the sound quality. Do you want to close that for the dust? So this is the official music video to "Here Comes the Sun." Just sounds quiet, but it's cool. This is a cool video.
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright.
It sounds so much better from the record player.
Darling,
Anyway,
it's been
Like it just sounds more muted
a lonely
here.
winter.
yeah.
Here, not the record. The record
From the record player, we're getting
more vivid.
It feels
There you
like
go.
years since
Perfect
it's
words.
been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces.
Oh, that's very
Little darling,
Eastern
it seems
mystical
like
look of the
years
sun.
since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright.
Like my dad, George Harrison is my favorite Beatle.
Is he?
Little darling, I feel that
That's
ice
a
is
powerful
slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear.
Wow, huh?
But here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
That's awesome. Yeah, you put it perfectly. It sounds the vividness of every layer from that. It's a complete game changer. It sounds so beautiful. It sounds so different.
Yeah.
But talking about the music video, and again, this is like this friend of Brian of mine. He's just kind of become a mentor of, especially during some stresses. He's been a lawyer, he's been a business owner, and he's like listened to me while I'm like all stressing out and stuff. And just, it's always helpful to have people who've lived through stress to be like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so it means a lot to me. But in that spirit, this shot right here. So this is what's fun. You know, my merch. It's inspired by this idea, right?
Yeah.
Of like, I don't know what all the meaning is, right? Because again, how Hare Krishna this is, I'm not really sure. But if the sun is a symbol of enlightenment, and so is the lotus flower. Did you know that?
No.
So the lotus flower is a symbol of it. And do you know where the lotus flower grows?
No.
It blooms from mud.
Oh.
So this song is the lotus flower symbol in song, right? He was feeling like it was a dark day for the band, and it's from that he wrote maybe one of the happiest songs ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Like, it's sometimes really hard to tap into that joy when, again, you just feel overwhelmed.
Well, it seems like he was outside and felt like sunlight, and it is like when it's the first like warm day after winter, it's like, this feels good. You know?
Yeah, so he took
There's
action.
that first little moment of like peace, I think.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot in this song for all of us, you know. So not to get all sentimental and like out of fear of it sounding so surface level and cheesy, but in like the past month has been like hard for me work wise, just like dealing with people and stuff like that. But like you and the kids have been like that the sunlight during all of that. It's annoying when, like, even though you have the things that matter most, that something is distracting you from like realizing, but like, look, you have everything, but still.
Yeah. It's normal.
It is. Yeah. So you learn how to handle a record?
Maybe.
Actually, yeah, TBD. We'll see how the people feel about it. But what else do you want to add?
That's it. I don't have anything to add.
Yeah.
That was it.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for your support for the channel. To support this channel, check out the description down below. There's a tip jar, a link that if you click on it, you can use your PayPal or others. Many of you have written me asking me how to do it. Again, just go into the description. There's a link on there. You click it and maybe you can do things. There's also links to our sponsors, U-Turn Audio with a turntable, Ewin Racing, right? Like anybody who sponsors the channel, you go help yourself out. It helps us. But the biggest thing you can do if you want to support, it's look up on YouTube, Life of Duran. That's Life of
Duran.
One more time. What? The Life of what? Duran. And that's our family vlog channel. Allie has been primarily just putting together memories of our family. We're not going out of our way on that to try to get YouTube famous. It's our family home videos.
I just say I'm making a playlist for when I'm 75.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah. But
because even now when I look at like older little things, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So, but hopefully with in this channel, it's music that gives us peace. Hopefully, just I don't know, you saying that there's hope for the future with how excellent our kids are. Go watch that if you just need to pick me up. Thanks for being here, babe. Bye, everyone. Till the next one.